I really need help. I really need help. I'm not okay. I need someone.
Billie Eilish is well known for her depressive moods.
Like, what are you doing? I don't want to talk to a clone of myself. I don't even like myself. I really, 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 really hate myself.
But in recent interviews, we noticed that she's almost glowing. She seems much happier and more positive.
I'm in love with myself. Well, I was in love. I am not no more. Okay. I'm in love with her. Me. Yeah. I'm in a beautiful, beautiful place in my life right now, so I'm happy.
That's a massive difference for a single year. So today, we're going to explore 3 things that helped her defeat the sadness. It's an important video for my fellow depressed people out there because you too, if you follow these 3 rules, might be able to kiss that sadness goodbye. Very often, depressed people will just seem like the happiest, funniest folks you've ever met, and Billie Eilish is a great example for this. It's a defense mechanism to keep the guilt about feeling depressed in the first place at bay, but it's also a very heavy mask to be carrying in public. Billie Eilish recently released a song called Everything I Wanted, and it's a song dedicated to her brother, with the most powerful line being this. I mean, come on, that is some true shit. And it shows just how important and powerful her relationship with her brother is. Having people around you who can support you in times of depression is just fucking magical.
Phineas is my best friend. My big brother, he's 4 years older than me, and we've been best friends kind of forever, and he's the only reason I'm anywhere in the whole world. He's probably the only reason I'm alive. So, yeah.
A lot of like bullshit articles about me now about how I'm not just Billie Eilish's brother, and just being Billie Eilish's brother is all I ever want to be. I love Billie more than anything else, and I'm so grateful to you, and I love you.
But unfortunately, it's not a position that everyone is in. Talking about your problems, even if maybe objectively they're not all that big in the real world, but they seem big to you. And having someone listen to those complaints and not judge you for them can bring a lot of peace.
Sometimes you don't even have to say anything to someone for them to know they understand. And they don't have to say anything to you. Sometimes it's about a hug. It's about somebody holding you and telling you, not even telling you anything, that's what I'm saying. Holding you. I'm just dealing with it how I'm dealing with it, and I'm trying my best.
Because when you're depressed, even simple things like doing the wash or going to the supermarket can seem like monumental tasks in your life, and they will exhaust you accordingly if you attempt them. Being able to rely on her brother takes so much pressure off Billie, and just sometimes the knowledge that if you can't do the thing today, somebody else will help you, can give you the energy to do the thing yourself.
No matter what happens, like, he's gonna always be there for me, and it's the same the other way around.
It's a sense of security that translates even into depression because it's so deeply ingrained in our monkey brains. And I'll be honest, back when that was a problem for me, calling up a close friend has stopped me from spiraling into suicidal behaviors. So one of the things that will help you with your depression the most in the long run is having a stable social network, which, unfortunately, when you have depression, is sometimes quite difficult to maintain. Just especially considering how judgmental some people get and how difficult it can be for other people to deal with their friends feeling depressed all the time. By being such a public example, Billie Eilish was not only able to use her fan base as an additional support structure, but also help a lot of people in that fan base with their own depression by being so open about her own. I feel like this is the worst piece of advice that you can give to a depressed person because it can do just as much harm as it can do good, more even, arguably. Billie Eilish knows that millions, if not hundreds of millions of people would trade places with her in a heartbeat. She has it all, yet somehow she isn't appreciative of all that she has. Although Billie Eilish's initial depression was triggered by a traumatic event, depressive phases don't always happen because something bad occurred in your life. Sometimes you just wake up and it's there. And when that happens, all of the negative aspects of your life become all the more gargantuan. So it doesn't really matter how great Billie Eilish's life is when she's depressed. She's still depressed.
I don't want to be you anymore.
This isn't Billie's fault. And every time you tell a depressed person to just count their blessings and be happy about all the nice things they have in life, all you will accomplish is to make them feel bad about their condition. And I have a lot of empathy for that because, like Billie and many other people, possibly even you, I suffer from major depressive disorder. So even if Billie seems like a happy-go-lucky positive girl, laughing at the dumbest that happens, because laughing is cool and fun. Oh my God! All that just goes away when the depression comes. Telling someone with depression to just try hard and be happy is basically the same as telling a paraplegic to just try hard and get on up out of that wheelchair. The brain is the most complex organ in the body. There can be things physically wrong with it. So while it is technically speaking all in your head, it's literally in your head.
You said in an interview for Vanity Fair, quote, "Every artist I know is sad, we're sad."
We're all sad as hell. All these artists, we're sad as shit, dude.
Why is that?
I don't know if that's true.
You said it.
I did say it. I don't know if it's true. I wasn't in a great place then, and I'm in a great place now, if I'm being honest with you. There was a very long period where I was not doing well, and I didn't think any of this would be worth it. I didn't think it was fun, I wasn't enjoying it, and more recently I've actually become happy again, and I know that sounds stupid, but
It doesn't.
I've been happy.
However, gratitude can, for some people who are depressed, make the load a little lighter. Sometimes when you're feeling up to it, you should take a little time out of your day and just count the things that are going well for you in your life. They can just be minor things. Don't think of them as, oh, all of these things are going well for me, so I should feel happy about them. But think of it more in terms of, all of these things are good in my life. I don't feel happy about them, but that's okay. Sometimes you can trick your brain into becoming more positive over time, and it is one of the methods that Billie Eilish employed to get out of her depression. Realizing just how truly blessed of a person that she was, and how great it was that she could just do the things she loved and have such massive success at it. Ultimately, the very best advice we can give you is to go seek therapy. Billie Eilish did it, and it helped her tremendously. There is no shame in it.
It doesn't make you weak to ask for help. It doesn't. It doesn't make you weak to ask for a friend, to go to a therapist. It shouldn't make you feel weak to ask anyone for help, and you should be able to ask anyone for help.
It's literally going to the doctor to seek medical treatment for a medical problem that you have. It's a very real thing that you can and should get treatment for. And nothing we could ever say in this video will trump the effectiveness of individualized psychotherapy. Because it is a very physical thing that's wrong here. It's your brain refusing to make the happy chemicals. It happens to the best of us, like Billie Eilish. So do go to a psychotherapist, not necessarily a psychiatrist, because most of what they'll do is prescribe you pills, which there is nothing wrong with taking medication for your mental health problems. You should definitely do it if your doctor tells you to. It's just that very often it'll be treating symptoms as opposed to root causes.
With the fire that you started in me, but you never came back to ask it out. Watch my heart blow with the fire that you started in me.
I stopped going to therapy like a week ago because I was done. 2 years ago, I was unable to maintain a proper sleep cycle. I was lethargic most of the time. I hated myself. I was plagued by anxiety attacks during the day and by insomnia during the night. Today, I'm super productive and really just quite happy with myself. I get regular sleep, good sleep too, and I'm at peace with a lot of aspects of my life that I had massive problems with before, all because of talking to some dude once a week. And if you're not gonna trust me, trust Billie Eilish.
If you're an artist or anybody that, you know, isn't in the public eye at all and you feel in that like dark place, it will go away. It will. Like, it might come back, but it'll go away eventually.
Depression manifests differently for different people. It's often long periods of feeling depressed, followed by long periods of not feeling depressed.
Depression is hard and it hurts and it can make you feel crazy and it can make you feel very alone and it can make you feel like you will never fully get better because there are highs and lows and the lows are so low. But when you're feeling good, it can be really scary because you don't know how long that feeling will last. When you start to feel bad again, it can be scary because you thought you had gotten over it.
Fun fact, most people assume that the worst time for depressed people is during Christmas and like the winter in general, but that's not actually true. Depression and suicide rates actually spike around spring. It sounds very counterintuitive, but it do be like that. At some point, you're just gonna wake up and you're no longer gonna be depressed, or at least not as depressed as you were before. It's extremely anticlimactic. Most of the time, it's not even gonna be because of something that you did or something that happened, at least not like one immediate event. It's just gonna happen. You might get depressed again in the future, but if that happens, you will already know how to deal with it better. You will be prepared. And that's already half the battle won. Subscribe to this channel and go watch these two videos here. They're similar to the one that you just watched, and they might actually help you immensely.